Okay, we're going to continue on here, and next we have standard form. Remember, standard form looks like that. X plus by equals c, and standard form gives you the intercepts. That's what it's helpful for. And then it says you can write a line in standard form or slope intercept form, which is intercept form is y equals mx plus b, and the slope intercept form is actually the preferred way to show lines. So if you want your intercepts, sure, standard form helps, but most of the time you want it in slope intercept form, or y equals mx plus b. And you can move from one to the other depending on what you're looking for. So even though you have standard form, if you want the slope and the y-intercept, you can move from standard form into slope-intercept form and get those kind of answers. So the preferred, again, form is y equals mx plus b, and how do I get there from standard form? That's what we're going to do now, and it's the same concept. It's algebra. It's that unit that we did in March and applying it in new situations. So that's where we're at. Solve the following equations for y in terms of x, otherwise known as isolate y, or make it y equals mx plus b. Use this to identify the slope and the y-intercept. So it starts out as 3x plus 10y equals 15. 3x plus 10y equals 15, and they want you to solve for y in terms of x. Solve for blank, that means isolate it. So get y all by itself. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get y all by itself. So there's an addition of 3x, and there's the 10y. So let's get the 3x to the other side by subtracting 3x. And what you do to one side, you must do to the other side. We're using reverse BEDMAS, same as before. So you end up with 10y equals negative 3x plus 15. That 15 on the other end is a positive 15. So we have positive 3x, positive 10y, positive 15. To get rid of a positive 3x, we subtracted it. So we move that negative 3x over. And now we're at 10y equals negative 3x plus 15. Now to isolate y, what's being done to y? It's being multiplied by 10. To undo multiply, you divide. So y equals, and really negative 3 over 10x. That's all you can do. And 15 divided by 10 is 1.5. So 15 divided by 10 is 1.5. Now, that is isolating for y in terms of x, or solving for y in terms of x, and using that algebra that we did before. So there's the algebra to solve. We're going to do one more example. Again, in standard form, it's 5x minus 4y equals 16. And you want to solve for y in terms of x, or isolate for y. So there's a positive 5x, and you need to get rid of it, so subtract the 5x. What you do to one side, you must do to the other side. Notice I'm always writing my slope, or the part with x involved. So y equals mx. So the mx part, I always write it first because that's the form that we prefer. So there's where we're at. Negative 4y equals negative 5x plus 16. And now we need to get y by itself. It's being multiplied by negative 4. Divide by negative 4. And divide everything on the other side by negative 4. So you end up with y equals, Negative 5 divided by negative 4 is actually positive. Negative divided by negative is a positive. So we're ending up with 1 1/4 x, or 5/4 x, doesn't matter. And now positive 16 divided by negative 4 is negative 4. And now we have y equals 1 1/4 x minus 4. And we have it in the form we like, y equals mx plus b, so we can state the y-intercept, we can state the slope. And that's the advantage of y equals mx plus b. Whereas standard form, ax plus by equals c, that's good if you just want the intercepts. Depending on what you're looking for, one might be better than the other. Typically, y equals mx plus b is the preferred form. Okay, let's move on.